Ric Flair decided to say who his 2015 Four Horsemen would be. Let's look at his guy for his list. Ziggler, Cesaro, Miz, and Rollins. Here's the weird thing. You probably go, that list makes very, very little sense. Well, we'll break them down individually. You have 3 people who are former world champions. You have 3 people who are former Money in the Bank champions. You have all of them, I think, have held tag gold. Yep, Miz held tag gold. Dolph Ziggler, technically, when he was Nicky! Cesaro held tag gold. Yeah, and Rollins. So you've got all former tag champs. I think when you look at the team, what throws people off, I think, is The Miz. Well, we'll try to break it down. Rollins, phenomenal in the ring, good on the mic. I do think he needs a little bit less mic time because he is one where he does get tripped up. He does it infrequently, but he does get tripped up when he's doing a lot of talking. Problem. He's kind of tweener. He's booked as cowardly babyface, as cowardly heel, but he can get it done in the ring when he's allowed to. Ziggler. Ziggler is your abuse sponge. He's the guy who gets beat down throughout the whole match. Highly athletic, great bumper, pretty good on the mic. You know, he hasn't had a really strong career that's allowed him to really progress well on the mic, but he's pretty good on the mic. Cesaro. He is your no-nonsense big hitter. And you know what? He's getting a character. He knows how to speak into a microphone. His charisma is a different style of charisma. But he is your muscle. He is your Arn Anderson. He is the guy when someone goes, break him. And that's the guy who just goes, and whoops the daylights out of somebody until they are done. That's the guy who you're like, lead pipe? Just fists? Alright. Go mess him up. And that would be his role. Miz. Miz is nowhere near as athletic. However, he is so hateable. And he's actually, I'd probably say, he gets less mic time than Rollins, but I would say he's more consistent. Miz hasn't made that many mistakes this year on the mic as Rollins has. Rollins, of course, has spoken a lot more on the microphone, so it makes sense that you might see a disparity between the two. But Miz plays an absolutely perfect cowardly heel. Because he's not a guy who can do anything fancy in the ring. He's a guy who has to cheat to win. He has to. You put someone like him in a group with Cesaro, you have those two guys with the tag matches. You can have the guy relentlessly beat on the Miz. Miz can hit a move, tag out to Cesaro, and be like, get him, get him, get him. And Cesaro is the one who cleans house as the hot tag and wins the match. You could do Ziggler and Cesaro, and a similar thing. You could do Miz Rollins, Ziggler Rollins, and it all works pretty well. You can even have it be Miz Ziggler. Miz can be the one getting the crap beat out of him. Tag out to Ziggler. Ziggler, highly athletic bumper, takes over the match. He's the hot tag and he wins. You've got 2 guys who can take just the abuse. You've got 2 of probably the most athletically gifted individuals to ever lace up boots in the E. You've got probably one of the strongest individuals. There are people who are throwing out, oh, you can make a better 4-man group. Oh, of course you can. Of course you can, easily. You can you can go, well, what if instead you would do like Orton, Kevin Owens, Hideo Itami, and Finn Balor? You know, you can pick a much more athletic group. You'd be like, well, why stop with that group? Why not go something entirely? Why not have it be, you know, Bo Dallas? Great on a stick. People want to see him get punched. He needs muscle. Struggling with this with muscle guys. Big guys. Hurt guys. Owens evolved great into an Arn Anderson sort of area. He could be great to the guy who beats people up. Maliciously, violently, aggressively. If you wanted to go really nuts, why not have it be, you know, we'll just go Cena, Orton, Lesnar, and then it doesn't matter who your 4th guy is. Doesn't. It could be anybody on the roster. It could be Zack Ryder's your 4th guy. Doesn't matter. But I think the group that he picked is an interesting group of young guys. And the nice thing, too, about stables is it really increases the longevity of your performers. Because now instead of being a one-on-one match where you have to work the match by your entirety, you've always got someone else. So instead of seeing, we'll say the feud with Randy, instead of seeing Randy Orton constantly face off against Rollins, you would have Randy Orton have a match against Cesaro. Randy Orton have a match against Ziggler. He'd have a match against Miz. They'd have a match against Rollins. Randy Orton would wrestle 4 matches. Those guys wrestle 1 match apiece. You can do them in tag matches. It allows those guys to get screen time without constantly being involved in matches. We see a lot with the Divas Revolution. They put all 9 of them out there. So you see all 9 of them. 2 to 4 of them are actually wrestling. But you see all 9 of them. Either they're on commentary, they walk around the ring. So it doesn't have to be like, they're here, these are the people, here's their presence, but you can do a smaller subset for actual wrestling. I mean, look at the New Day. The New Day is going to do a great job when it comes to keeping the longevity of those wrestlers. Look at the Shield. The Shield did some amazing 3-on-3 matches, and they went balls to the walls. But you know what helped them out? They had to tag out. They got time they could work an explosive part of a match for a few minutes, and then be on the outside. They weren't working that work rate for 20 minutes. They're doing it in 5-minute bursts. So the body gets time to relax, rejuvenate, recuperate. So that would actually be a really interesting 4 Horsemen group. Miz, he's your smack talker. He's the guy who talks ridiculous amount of crap, gets the daylights beaten out of him, and then someone else gets a revenge for him. Cesaro, just look at the guy. Put that dude in a suit, have him be the guy who stands behind them all. Someone gets in their face. What are you going to do about it, Miz? Miz takes a step to the side. Cesaro walks up. There's your match. Ziggler, heel Ziggler could work in this sort of group. He could. You'd have him work more of a heel gimmick, which he did very successfully with Vicky Guerrero. And then you can have Rollins. Rollins could be the perfect puppet master for that. Rollins could be the guy holding the title, having these 3 guys to keep the title on himself and keeping his opponents off balance. Whether it's the athleticism of Ziggler or of Rollins, whether it's just the raw strength of Cesaro, or whether it's the grating and annoying personality of Miz. You've got enough to throw almost any single competitor off their game.